Hey everybody, this is Galator from Galator's Gaming, giving you an update on my Garden of Paradise video. You see, I've made some additions to the garden that I'm really excited to show to everybody. Now, this is essentially me making a food forest with low budget, with pretty much little to no, with no money, and holy shit, that's a lot of, are those carpenter ants? Huh. I think they are. Anywho, so recently, I'll talk while I fill up this bucket. If you're wondering what that grinding sound in the background is, it's our neighbors. They're doing. It's fall right. It's about fall right now, so this is like the perfect time to do any projects out in the yard. Well, it's not too hot, not too cold, you know, just right. So, while I'm filling up my bucket, I'm basically going to tell you about that I got some recent additions to the food forest over there. That actually came from my uncle. I'm not going to name his name for sake of I'm not going to give his name for sake of confidentiality. Because you know how the internet is nowadays. So he gave me a couple blackberries, which is something that's actually kind of hard to get in Minnesota. And I asked him, "Hey uncle, if you could, can you give me some blackberries, some extra shoots that they send out?" And he goes, "Sure, I'll hook you up, fam." And well, he not only gave, I expected like one or two, he gave me quite a few. As a matter of fact, I just recently transplanted like 3 whole batches, I believe. There's one right here, one over there, and one down there. Oh, and I'm not sure if you saw this, but I actually terraformed this whole area because in my earlier like a month, maybe 2 months ago, this used to be there used to be trees here and whatnot, and it wasn't really that difficult to chop down. I guess I would say it's more of monotonous. Some of these trees here I'm gonna get rid of with the chainsaw. Some of them I kept. This tree I girdered because it's currently in the way, and it's infested with that vine crap that infects everything. So this area here, I'm planning on using it as more of a kind of a plateau, I guess, where I grow stuff here, kind of like it'd probably be kind of like a side garden, I guess. Oh, the chickens are over there. And down there, give me a sec to relocate. Down there is more of a, like, when you get lower, it gets to more of a marshy area way in the back there. I'm planning on growing some stuff that likes water a lot, like maybe some lilies and even some plants that I believe, some perennial plants I really like being near swamp, marshy area. I had corn and onions growing, but I think something came and ate them, which is quite the dick move, nature. But anyway, I'm making this video just to give a bit of an update, and I also figured that I probably should bring something very important that should be said, is that whenever you transplant, you should water it the second you transplant it, because that first watering is very important. It helps the roots get used to the change in environment. And as you can see, I use quite the heavy mulch. This mulch consists of grass clippings, just mown, just something you get from your yard or something. And I when I dug, I left a bit of a ridge when I dug, I left a bit of a ridge here. I do that with pretty much most, if not all, of my perennial species. That way it keeps the water in, especially the rainwater. But yeah, that first watering is important. Although, I have a bit of a story for you guys. Another one of those. I have a bit of a story for you guys. Not too long ago, I was down there doing some woodworking, and I see this wee little critter, like, not even that, like, about that far away from me. I didn't even notice until I turned to my left and I see it just looking at me. This little critter, I first thought it was a rabbit, but its body, because it had the floppy ears of a rabbit, but its body was too long and too slender to be a rabbit. And then I thought to myself, is that a ferret or some sort? And I don't know what it was. It apparently didn't have a problem with me being there. I mean, I didn't try to touch it because I didn't know if it would bite me or whatnot. But I just continued with my work, you know, didn't want to disturb it, and it just watched me. So, I don't know, it was like brown, so it had a long tail, long floppy ears like a rabbit, but its body was like a ferret or a weasel of some sort. So if you guys could like comment in the comments section, that guy really is going at it with the saw. So if you guys can go into the comments section and tell me if you guys know what kind of animal it was, by all means, let me know. That would be kind of cool. But you're probably wondering yourself, oh, by the way, you're probably wondering yourself, if I'm not going to have blackberries, what's the point of getting them? That's true. I mean, I really don't plan on eating them. I just like having, especially with asparagus, but I just like having them here because they're perennials. They'll keep coming back and I don't have to really do a thing. And I mean, if I ever get the point where I feel like having them, it's gonna be here. I can grow out and grab some. And just these extra plants will introduce something I think is really important for a food forest, which is called biodiversity. What biodiversity is that having multiple types of plant species will attract different animals and whatnot, which I think is what happened with that weird rabbit weasel thing. Ever since I've been planting stuff in the forest, like random stuff, I've been seeing a lot more different species of animals and even different species of insects. Because there was even one time I saw a huge ass monarch butterfly on that, just roosting or sticking to that tree there. And I thought that was pretty cool. So even if you don't plan on eating any of this stuff, it's just generally nice to have. But I'm basically doing all of this for practically little to no money, just things like a shovel, access to water, and a bucket. Basically. And lawn. I get a lot of mulch from the lawn. And you're probably thinking, oh, well, the blackberries probably costed you something. No, not really. I just got them from an uncle that was kind enough and very generous enough. By the way, uncle, if you're watching this, thank you. Thank you very much. He just gave me some, he grabbed a shovel, grabbed some the offshoots of the blackberries he had, and just gave it to me. And they probably don't, and admittedly, they don't look too good right at the moment, but the thing is, you need to understand with perennials like this, it's not really important if the leaves or the stalk doesn't look that good, because you're not going to get because it's imperative that you keep the shoots down there safe, and next spring you should see new shoots. So that's nice. So that's basically all I want to post. It's kind of like a progress. This is kind of like a progress video, and also me showing improvement and whatnot in my food forest with little to no cash. So if you guys thought this video was entertaining, you know, basic YouTube stuff, like, comment, subscribe if you wish. I mean, honestly, it really helps me a lot. This is Galator from Galator's Gaming, signing off.